远。阴天、晴天，无论哪天，好心情无限。啦啦啦噜啦。喂，奶奶你好吗？注意身体哦，拜拜。I used to think it's not worth it. But I just have to enjoy it. Watch me take my stand. My journey may be short and sweet. Kindness leads my way. No detours, no detours. Let us not forget. Invited to a lifelong party. It's rude to overstay. Manners. 人之初，性本善，性相近，习相远。It's alright，莫难待。It is time, such is life。喂，奶奶，最近发生了一件非常有趣的事，我讲给你听啊。天天，奶奶再见。不过我们今后应该也不会再见了，对吧？今天、明天，期待每天，不需要永远。阴天、晴天，无论哪天，好心情无限。I won't pretend that I don't care. 无限。Take in the weight, each moment there's 无限。Fresh air, so crisp, water so clear. 无限。Caterpillars dream, butterflies fear. 永远。So what if we can rise against the wheels of death? If we are always wrong, we can behold the sceneries, hoping that through my finder you'll find another answer. The world inside my heart is overflow with love. Watch me take my stand. My journey may be short and sweet. Kindness leads my way. No detours, no detours. Someday I'll be jealous of me resting in peace. With a smile on my face. Rest assured, rest assured. 人之初，性本善，性相近，习相远。It's alright，莫难待。It is time, such is life。今天、明天，期待每天，不需要永远。阴天、晴天，无论哪天，好心情无限。啦啦啦噜啦。喂，奶奶你好吗？啦啦啦噜啦。注意身体哦，拜拜。I used to think it's not worth it. But I just have to enjoy it. Watch me take my stand.
Alrighty. ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Tonight, we are back with some more Lobotomy Corporation. Ah. Oh yeah, last time we ended off on getting the little health serum there, but yeah, we've got, I remember last time we ended up basically setting up our entire repression floor, because we got 1,700 good deeds up there, the open can of Welch years, and then we've got all of, like, a lot of, like, repression-centric, repression-centric abnormalities. Well, I mean, Lady Facing the Wall is more attachment work. No, I mean, even then, can't really do attachment work with her, considering if we do, the Qliphoth counter gets lowered. Ah, yeah, we also have this thing. I forgot about Schadenfreude. Alrighty. Let's see, behavior adjustment, I maxed that one out. I remember that the tree sap, yeah, instantly recover physically and continue to heal over time, but I don't think you can use it more than once if I remember correctly. Finish college work, so my PC's still doing good. Oh, nice! Glad to hear it, Sarah. Yeah, we got all our level 3s down here and everything. Alright, so let's start. Bong Bong, you can go do repression work on Schadenfreude. You can start with repression work on Beauty and the Beast, since that doesn't have any damage dealt to it yet. Beauty and the Beast does white damage. Let's see. Let's send Yum Yum in there, since they still need to level up their repression. Lady Facing the Wall, we can do instinct work, that'll be fine. She does white damage. Jimano, you need to get your instinct up, so we'll do that. Fragment to the universe. Yep, level 1 to attachment. Let's see. Who do I give the black resistant gear to on this floor? I mean, everybody here has decent black resistance, so... let's go send Archer to work with Fragment of the Universe, why not? And then open can of Welch years. Let's see, who could use some... Angela could use some instinct training, so we'll do that. Yeah, we can easily start doing, like, start fast-forwarding things a bit now that we have, now we got a solid understanding of the current goings-on of the facility and how everything's running. We can kind of just start fast-forwarding stuff a bit. Alright, Fragment of the Universe work went well. Alright, Bong Bong's back. Work with Schadenfreude also went well. Nice. Grab the escape info. I remember the Gaze is like a decent melee weapon, and I know the The Ego Suit's pretty solid as well though it is only resistant against white damage, so not exactly the greatest in the world. Let's see, lady facing in the wall. Well, might as well grab Screaming Wedge. Fragment of the Universe, we can get the last Ego weapon from that. Max out the Ego Suit for Welch Ears. I was missing one Ego Suit for 1/100 of Good Deeds, probably because an employee died while they had it, I'm guessing. Let's see, everything else seems good. Only abnormality that got any kind of countdown timer on it was Beauty and the Beast. If I remember correctly, this thing likes, yeah, low-level insight work. Alright, so let's send Ren in there. We need to get their insight up. Do they have Banui resistance? Do you? A fair argument. Yeah, Ren should be perfectly fine here. Yep, cool. Alright, we are currently on level 2. I'm trying to remember how much we can do before, let's see, everybody's instinct is still at the same level, so we could just kind of do instinct training with anybody. Let's do instinct with Bong Bong. Repression work with Rhino, since they've got the lowest repression out of everybody. Actually, I had Bong Bong. Well, no, Bong Bong needs general repression training. Anybody else have good black resistance? Red resistance? Jimano, you got good red resistance. Alright, and then if I remember correctly, that's going to put us at around 3, I want to say. 2. Yeah, that's gonna be 3. Okay, so then for the 5th one, I can do one more round of work with Fragment of the Universe very easily. Let's send Archer in there with Fragment of the Universe again. Then after work's done with him, we'll just have somebody go work on 1/100 of Good Deeds, and we can start the Qliphoth meltdown. Let's see. Alright, I think that was a medium work result, but his Qliphoth counter's still at 2, so we're fine. Was that a medium? Yeah. Regardless, the counter didn't lower, so we don't have anything to worry about. Alrighty, Halen, go do insight work with 1/1. It's Amber Dawn, so this honestly shouldn't be too bad. Yep, it's just perfect food. Let's just do red damage, so we'll send you, and you. Let's see, the other ones are just feasting on Clarks right now, so they're not really too much of an issue. Alright, that's that one taken care of. Might as well have to just have the info team go suppress these ones too. I'll order Ren to wait back there since they need to regen a bit of health. I mean, honestly, might as well send the... Might as well send the training team in there too. Oh, they got there. Alright, where's the last ones? Down here, alright. 2 more down at the bottom of this division, and we should be good to go. Yep. Easy peasy. Alright, Archer, you go do more attachment work. Angel, you go do instinct training with them. Give these guys down here a little bit of time to heal up. Instinct training, let's do, Let's have Rin go do instinct with lady facing the wall. Let's see, is Beauty and the Beast limping? I believe it is limping, yeah. Okay, so then we'll have... who needs insight training here? But it's only 12 PE boxes. Rhino should be fine to do insight work with it. And then we'll have... Jimano go do your repression work with Schadenfreude. Alright, Beauty and the Beast is no longer limping. Let's start manufacturing some of the ego suits. Well, cheers, we got all of its equipment. See, things with the Fragment of the Universe appear to be going fine. Lady facing the wall was a neutral result, that's fine. Beauty and the Beast, you can just immediately send someone to go do repression work with it. Yeah, we'll send Yum Yum to go do repression work with it. Angel, go do instinct work with Weld Shears. And then as soon as Fragment ticks down here, we'll send someone to go work with it. There we go. Let's let Archer heal up a tiny bit first. Is Archer gonna make it? No, I'm not gonna risk that. I'm just gonna end the workday. Not risking it. Alrighty, Yum Yum, Justice level 3. Angel promoted to level 2. Fortitude leveled up. Nice, nice. Alright, good stuff. Alright, let's see. Blood covers the whole floor, screams echo, people are running away. That's all around Helper, I believe. The more blood it has, the more beautiful it is. I'm not sure about that one. Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death. I think this one might be that Phoenix thing. Let's take the middle option, sure. Is anyone there? Can you read me, RP? Is anyone there? You can call me B. I'm an insider, someone who knows a lot about the company. Please understand I cannot reveal my identity. I'll tell you 3 truths the company wishes to keep hidden over the following days. Why do you think you were hired by the company? Should I phrase that? Let me ask it like this then. Are you satisfied with your job here? I'd say so. Is that so? Can't judge whether or not you're telling the truth. Manager, don't actually know anything about the company. Each time we speak, we'll need to be brief as possible. Any of the call contacting for a long period of time is dangerous. Alright then. Alright, so we got the training team and the safety team. Let's do the training team. Hello there, Hod. Let's see. Complete the day with 5 or more or level 5 employees deployed. Okay, we don't have anywhere near that yet. Let's move Bong Bong to the new department. Let's see. We've got... Yeah, we've got Rin that can work with that. Nobody else up here has any justice training. Well, Mikola has justice training. Angel hasn't really gotten too much justice, hasn't gotten any justice or prudence training, which is perfect for Beauty and the Beast, so we'll move Angel down here. Just hire a new employee, John. Let's see. Let's improve Bong Bong's temperance, just so that way we can get them up to level 3 stats. They're now a tier 4 employee, which is good. Let's see. Let's see, Yum Yum can still work on their fortitude, which is something that we want to do with, Lady Facing the Wall, so we're going to keep him here. Same thing with, Giamano. Though I will go ahead and improve their temperance levels, since we're not really going to be getting much, temperance training in this department. Rin could still get some training in. Rhino, I'm going to move to the new department. Archer, you'll move down here. Hire another miscellaneous employee. And, I want to keep Mikaela up here. Well, actually, no, I don't really need Mikaela in the control team. I can just move her down there. Alright, let's swap around our gear a little bit. So we've got Endure White and Red, which is good. Endure Red, yep, that's good. Okay. Let's see. For Angel, let's give you, I mean, nobody on the floor does black damage, so Wing Beat might just be a straight upgrade here. Let's see, black weapon, white weapon. Okay. Do we have any better red weapons? We've got 4th Match Flame, but that one's a bit of an iffy one, because if I remember correctly, that does splash damage, which is not a good thing. We'll give you Horn. You got Latia, you got Christmas. So let's see. That's 2 melees in a range, that's fine. Melee, 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 melee. Okay, we need more ranged on this floor. Let's give you... wait, do any of these guys have Prudence? Okay, you can get Screaming Wedge. You can get Horn, and you I will give, One thing I could do actually is I'll give Lethea that, and then Bong Bong, you can get Harmony. Harmony is a very, very powerful weapon, but the thing is, it can deal damage to other employees, so if I'm deploying Bong Bong, I need to deploy them solo. But yeah, Harmony does an insane amount of white damage. Anybody on this floor of Temperance level 3? Giamano does, so we'll give that to him, and then you can take Harvest. You have a problem, send in Bong Bong. Pretty much, yeah, that's how we're gonna be playing things. I'd say that's pretty balanced. Alright, what do we got to work with here? Oh, it's the cherry blossom tree. I don't remember how this thing works. I think when the Qlipoth counter gets low enough, it'll try to hypnotize an employee. I know you can click on the employee a bunch of times, and I think it'll snap them out of it, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's see. Bong Bong, go take a look. Okay, let's see. Does this thing like Insight? Okay, Insight work result is common. What about attachment? Also common. Okay. I just want to do a bunch of work on this thing a few times with Bong Bong to see if we can figure out how it works. Because if I remember correctly, its whole thing is that, like, eventually when all the flowers fully bloom, then it'll hypnotize a random employee when its Qlipoth counter reaches 0. And then you gotta, like, click on them a bunch of times and you can snap them out of it. Let's see. Work result was good, counter lowered, panicked, counter lowered. Reaches 0, if your random employees begin to move towards it, status is captivated. Okay, yeah. No, I'm thinking of the right thing. Captivate employee, reach the unit, they are tracking to the tree. Continuously attempting to converse with them. They seemingly return to normal. Captivate employees return to normal. Qlipoth counter returned to maximum. Dragging an employee in, another employee commence work with it. Return to maximum. HP of SP of every employee in the facility was healed. Yeah, he snapped out of it, see? Was that a clerk that got eaten? I think it was a clerk that got eaten there. Let's see, everybody up there is fine. Everybody here is fine. Everybody here is fine. Yeah, exactly. So I just gotta click them a bunch of times once the thing fully blooms, and then we're fine. Alrighty then. Let's see, we'll have Archer, go do repression work with Beauty and the Beast. We'll have Rin go do instinct work with Lady Facing the Wall. We'll have Germano go do repression work with Schadenfreude. Michaela, go do insight work with the tree. Ellen, go do attachment work with Fragment of the Universe. And Bella, go do instinct work with the can. Okay, neutral work results, but that's everybody healed. And everybody in that department remains fine. Alright, nice. You can get the last ego suit from that. Everything from Fighting the Universe and Welchiers. Alright, work with Schadenfreude went well, which is good. Almost have enough for the ego weapon, which if I remember correctly, its whole thing is that it doesn't do too much damage on its own, but it attacks like crazy fast. Yeah, repression work results are low, I figured. Michaela, you can go do attachment work with it again. Seemed to go pretty well the first time. Okay, neutral work result, that's fine. Actually, no, wait. Neutral work results are actually probably a good thing to get here, because when the work result's good, the counter lowers, but when it's neutral, it doesn't. Okay, every single work type with this thing is common, which is honestly pretty good. Worst case scenario, if we wanted to try to really avoid ticking down its Qliphoth counter, we can just do repression work. Yeah, Angel, go do insight work with him. And we'll have Rhino go do instinct work with the funny tree. Okay, we can get one more bit of work in with something else. Halen, go to attachment work with Fragment of the Universe. Oh wait, never mind, cancel. Wait, what? How did Yum Yum die? Did I have Schadenfreude on screen? Huh. Welp. Ow. I didn't think I had Schadenfreude on screen, but I guess I might have. Oh, wait, right, I forgot. I forgot Schadenfreude does red damage. Doy, that's why it caused the problem. To be honest with you, chat, it might be kind of stupid. Yeah, it's fine. But on the bright side, doing this over means that I can focus on getting this guy's abnormality information first and foremost. Man, in all honesty, the tree isn't like too bad to work with. Grave of Cherry Blossoms, that's the name. But yeah, just gotta keep an eye on the thing. Once the Qliphoth counter reaches 0, look around the facility, see which employee is hypnotized, and click on them a bunch, and they'll snap out of it. Maybe let one of the clerks get eaten so we get a heal. Let's see. Beauty. Yep, Beauty and the Beast is limping, so can't do oppression work. Angel, go do insight work with it. You need to train up your insight. Yum Yum, you can do instinct work. And Michaela, you can also do instinct work there. Helen, do attachment work. And let's see, I think that should fill up the bar most of the way. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, I can get one more bit of work done. Honestly, yeah, once you know how to, like, properly manage Schadenfreude, it isn't, like, the worst thing in the world. Sure, I might catch you out every once in a while, but it's far from the... Alright, Bella, go do insight work with 1 sin. I mean, honestly, Grave of Cherry Blossoms could serve as like a perfectly functional training tool, given that, Oh, wait. Right, not you. Okay, Bong Bong, go get him. Okay, bong bong. Okay, get bong bong out of there. Yeah, I should just focus on sending in people with red damage to deal with this. Damn, Screaming Wedge does good damage. Yeah, honestly, just get them to go suppress this again. There we go. Oh, 2 more escaped. Yeah, the drill fellas, go get them. Yeah. I said go get them, there we go. What? Guys! There we go. That was weird. Okay. Control team needs to do a Dusk Ordeal. I don't really think we can manage that right now. End the day with 5 more level 5 employees. Yeah, those are the only missions I really have to do at the moment. So I guess we'll just get in a little bit more work before with Grave of Cherry Blossoms and Schadenfreude before we end the day. Yeah, the problem with Grave is that I can't really do, like, I can't really use it for, like, a more generic training method just because of the sheer amount of damage it does to your employees. Alrighty. One person got promotion. Jimana got promoted level 4. Nice. Alrighty, let's see. It's a good day. Are you still shy today? Okay, so that's today's shy look. I mean, this one isn't too hard to manage, but the problem is that I kind of don't want to have to micromanage it. Not a flower. Order all employees nearby to evacuate immediately. That's Meat Lantern. Latita. I know that one. I guess I'll take Meat Lantern. Just think of the Sephiroth, don't find a lack of in certain ways. You disregard whatever I may say, please be kind to them. For we must bear if we want to advance the departments. Don't want to end up splitting my employees, so we'll just increase the size of the same department. So let's upgrade Giamano's Fortitude by 1. Let's see. Ren will move you over here. Halen down there. Hire a new employee. Let's see. White, black, black, red, white. Oh, hey, they got Fragment of the Universe. Ego's gift. Fragment of the Universe's gift. Nice. You get Christmas. White, red, black, white. Okay. Honestly, Harmony hasn't really been working out too well for Bong Bong, so I think I'm going to switch him back. Increase weapon damage by 30% by consuming 10% of the wielder's max current HP when the wielder has more than 10% of their max. Oh wait, that one's not the AoE one. I know that like at least one of the like large ego weapons deals like AoE damage. Let's give Bong Bong Gaze, why not? Can cause additional red damage for a certain amount of time. Bong Bong gets the chainsaw. There's Meat Lantern. What is this thing like again? I forgot. Bong Bong, go do instinct work with it. I know the trick that you have to deal with when Meat Lantern breaches. Like, when it breaches, the only person that can really suppress it is somebody with a ranged weapon. Because if you step on it, you just get insta-chomped. On the bright side, it is another easy abnormality to break out and then suppress, which you need for certain missions. Alright. Positive work results on Grave of Cherry Blossoms isn't exactly the best, and yeah, Meat Lantern breached. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Who's got a ranged weapon we can use to suppress this thing? Michaela, perfect. Go suppress it. Clerk, do not walk near that thing. Trust me, buddy, you don't want to do this. Well, rip Beta 14. Yeah, that's flat 500 red damage. You cannot survive that. Up, rip Gamma 15. How much health does this thing have? Anybody else with ranged weapons that we can use to suppress this thing faster? Rin, you go help too. There we go. Attachment? Okay. Yeah, Meat Lantern's a bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. If it breaches, pretty much all you gotta do is just send in people with range damage to shoot at it. It'll chomp up a few clerks, but nothing else much outside of that. Though if I am going to have somebody go do work with it until I figure out what this thing's deal is and what kind of work it likes, I'm only going to send one person at a time to work with it, because then it's far easier to manage once everybody stops doing their work and tries to go back to their spots to make sure nobody steps on and accidentally gets killed. Okay, tap, and it's gone again. Okay, where did it go? There's the meat lantern. Alright. This will be a good training exercise for the newbies. There we go. Just, you got it, guys. You'll kill it eventually. Okay. Work result was bad. Counter lowered. Work took less than 40 seconds. Okay, so I do work with this thing too quickly and it breaches. How the hell do I make work with this thing last longer than 40 seconds? It's got barely any PE boxes. Maybe I don't use the speed up function? Yeah. Probably should have switched Yum Yum into red resistant gear so I could start working on improving his repression stat. Oh well. Yum Yum, do instinct work. Halen, go suppress the Beauty and the Beast. Everybody in this department honestly needs to do more instinct work, so Michaela, you go get on that. And let's see, 20, 28, 17, 15, 17. Jose, go do work with Fragment of the Universe. Oh, and John, go get you some sip. Alright, neutral work result with cherry blossoms. You'll love to see it. Yeah, and your perfect work result with Schadenfreude. Nice. Jimano, you go in for round 2. Like, how do I make work with this thing last longer than 40 seconds? Another positive work result with Schadenfreude. You love to see it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My main idea was to try and turn off fast forward and see if that would help. Oh wait, right. I just gotta look at the work timer. I forgot the work timer's a thing. Well, actually, I'm curious. If I turn on fast forward here, her work said it's going to take 40 seconds. 40. So if I turn on fast forward here, does the thing still breach? No. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, so as long as I don't get a bad work result and I select one employee that's going to take 40 40 or more seconds to work on this thing, then we should be fine. It likes insight work. Okay. Okay, so we got an insight trainer. Cool. Kayla, you go work with that. Gimano, do more oppression work. Beauty and the Beast is limping, so... Archer, go do some insight work with it. And we'll have... how many... Oh, no, wait, that's gonna be 4. Cancel you. Oh, wait, hang on. Who did I select to work with that? Okay, yeah, I selected Michaela. Michaela's fine. She's got 42. Yeah, I just gotta make sure to check the work timer. I just gotta make sure to check that employee's work timer and we'll be fine. Alrighty. Honestly, not too bad. Could have been far worse. Plus, for later, when we have, like, missions to suppress abnormalities, this one's gonna be pretty easy to work with for that, because we can just, like, we can just auto-breach it by having somebody with a quick work time work with the thing. It'll breach, and then we just send the ranged employees to shoot at it. Sure, a few clerks might basically step on the landmine, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Plus, we all know in this facility, clerks are basically second-class citizens. So, no real loss there. Alright, it's Verdant Dawn, or Dawn of Green. Oh, it spawned in there. Alright then. It spawned in there and then instantly died. Cool. There we go. Alright, where's the last one? Okay, last one's just up here. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, no, wait, not Michaela. You. There we go. Man, that buzzsaw does, like... That thing does, like, Gaze does nutty damage. That thing basically rips through anything that's weak to red damage. Goddamn. Very nice. Alright, and then we'll just end off the day by having Michaela do a bunch of insight work with the lantern. Oh, I forgot we still need to get a bunch of stuff for cherry blossoms. Okay, then, Rin, go do instinct work with it. Besides, I honestly don't think Meat Lantern would have gotten us enough anyway. I know the game does very much tend to mess with how certain in-game functions like speed up and everything work later on, but it's nice at the very least that for like these early game abnormalities and everything, they don't require things like turning off speed up and whatnot. So that's nice. Michaela could do more insight work with that, and yeah, sure, Rhino can go do some instinct work with cherry blossoms. But yeah, these two honestly are pretty low maintenance, all things considered. Just make sure that I can read above the number 40 for Meat Lantern and spam click on any employee that happens to get brainwashed if Grave of Cherry Blossoms gets a good work result. Not too bad, all things considered. And yeah, I know this thing's a non-escaping Abno. Alright, that's Meat Lantern's thing all set up. Lantern does black damage? That's strange. Nice, but the auto mod caught the stupid Stream Boo advertiser thing. Get out of here. But I mean, I guess Lantern being a black weapon makes sense because its work damage is white, but its breaching chomp damage is red, so I guess that makes sense. Yep, rip Bozo. Alright. Successful workday. Yum Yum was promoted to a level 4 employee, very nice. And Mikola got promoted to level 3, hell yeah. Also, Bella literally only worked with one sin once today, and she ended up getting the ego gift. Hell yeah. Well, I think the black damage justification is probably like, hey, it does both white and red damage via different states of when it breaches, so my guess is that's the justification. Alright, blood covers the whole floor, screams echo, people running away. Okay, that one's all around helper again. Unsurprisingly, not a single employee volunteered to retrieve the corpse of their cocooned colleague. That one is Spider Bud, at least I'm guessing anyway. And then we got Queen Bee. Queen Bee is a pain in the butt, and I really do not want to have to deal with it. I'll take Spider Bud. First truth I will tell you is do not trust the AI side. In this day and age, most AI possess an intellect of at least 10 regular people combined. Some can even imitate human emotions with ease. Can do things you are not aware of yet. Some AI can lie. Or to be more precise, they can withhold information. Control of an AI is given the order not to share specific info and no obligation to tell the truth to anyone other than the controller. So advanced AI may exploit in order to tell lies, reinterpreting the meaning of the command. Programmed AI, participate in the programming. How I know for a fact the AI will not necessarily tell the truth. In case you doubt what I'm saying, I'll send you a program for your mod or that I developed myself. Key will function like Pinocchio. The nose will lengthen. The color red means untruth. Test version so it can only be used once. Spooky. Who do I want to move over to the training team? I think I'll move over Giamano. Let's see. Bella, congratulations, you're getting a promotion. Alright, let's swap around the ego equipment a little bit. Because I want to give Yum Yum something that is resistant to red. Ah, perfect. Well, ideally maybe resistant to both red and white in case I need to do something else on his floor. Yeah, that works. You might want to give another red weapon to balance things out on this floor. Yep. White, black, red, white. Okay, cool. Red, black, white, black. That works. Let's see, Bella, we can afford to give something better. At least let's give her Christmas. Probably want somebody on this floor to have at least some kind of ranged weapon. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, there's Spider Bud. So if I remember correctly, Spider Bud is an instant death if you do instinct work with it. Because instinct work means cleaning up, means like physical needs, so it's cleaning up its habitation. And if you're trying to clean, you might disturb the spider web or mess with the spiders. And it really does not like that. Alrighty, so let's start Meat Lantern. Mikhail is the only person anymore in this department that'll take longer than 40 seconds to work with this thing. Rhino, you can go do instinct work. I think insight is probably good for this thing. Oh wow, Giamano's at Justice Tier 5. Alright, Bella, you can go do instinct work with him. Yum Yum, go do repression work. And Archer, also go do repression work. Okay, it does red damage. Okay, this is not good. Okay, we are not getting very good work results at all here. Is Bong Bong dead? Yep, Bong Bong's dead. I swore that it was insight. What? Wait, how did Meat Lantern breach? It was 40 seconds. Oh, longer than 40. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, no, wait. Insight work. Wait, right. Insight work is the thing that requires you to clean its containment. Right, that's it. That's what I messed up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do something slightly interesting here. Gonna move Halen back up to this department. Move Rhino back over here. And then Halen, you can join the training team. Specifically because... God dang it. Halen, I picked you specifically because I wanted you to have lower work speed. Putting this guy in the getting this thing in the training team really was not a good idea, huh? Okay, who can I even get that would take more than 40 seconds for this? Because if they're in the training team, then they're going to get a work speed boost. What about the newbiest of all the newbies? What about Delilah? Actually, no, wait, not Delilah. They don't even have any equipment. Yeah, we'll take Yunhu. Sure. Okay, yeah, you'll work just fine. Okay, so I know it does red damage now, so... Rin, let's try Instinct work. Because I think I might have had Instinct and Insight flip for that thing. Michaela, you can also try Instinct work on that. Yunhu, go do Insight work with Meat Lantern. Rhino, go do Repression work with Schadenfreude. Archer, go do Repression work with Beauty and the Beast. And Yum Yum, go do Instinct work with Lady Facing the Wall. Guardian of the Universe is black damage. John, you can go work with that. And... yeah, Jose, go get a drink. Okay, so maybe if I'm doing Instinct work now, this will go better. Okay, it actually gave a positive, one positive PE box. That's progress. Okay. Okay. We got a neutral work result. We'll take it. Yeah, Instinct work's the best option for Spider-Bud, I remember now. Alright, work went fine with Meat Lantern. Okay, everything seems to have gone according to plan. Rhino, go get some sip. Oh, hey, we finally got the thing's name, Giant Tree Sap. I know about the extra PE boxes, Sarah. It's not worth sacrificing an employee to the thing. Yeah, I guess from now on, we're just going to have a low temperance employee in the department here so they can work with Meat Lantern. It's good prudence training, which is good. Michaela, you can go do Instinct work. And Rin, you can also go do Instinct work. So let's see, that's 3. 4. I think Beauty and the Beast is limping, so we'll do Yeah, that makes 5. Alright, so then we should be able to just very easily start the Qliphoth meltdown right on schedule. It's Amber Dawn, so it shouldn't be too difficult at all. Oh, wait, what? Huh. My lip sync. That's weird. Yeah, well. Anyways. Okay, does my thing wanna... Okay, good. There we go. How's your day? During my happiness, a certain employee filled their water bottle with Bear brand beer and had proceeded to drink it during the workday. Sometimes I wonder what it would feel like to be intoxicated. Will you ever harm me? Now you're asking me if I plot against you. Never had any plans, nor do I have any plan to harm you. That is concerning. Let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna swap around Rin and Bella. No, wait, no, because Rin's got Justice level 3 as well. I meant... Yeah, I'll do this. I'll swap around Bella and Michaela. Because Michaela needs more, needs to improve her Justice a little bit. Oh no, this is the Iron Maiden. I forgot about that. Yeah, the Iron Maiden's a funny one. You put an employee in there, it'll deal red damage to them, but you get a bunch of PE boxes from it. It pretty much always kills whatever employee gets thrown into the thing, so you basically have, like, don't really have much of an option there. Alright, Bella, you can go do insight work. Yunhu, you also go do insight work with Meat Lantern. All three of you have the same amount of instinct, so Bongbong, go do instinct training with Spider Bud. Yeah, Giamano has the level 5 repression stat, that's it. So actually, I'll have Giamano go work with Spider Bud. Let's see. This is red damage. Michaela's got the weak to red equipment. Alright, resistant, also resistant, but you got level 3 repression, so, Hey Angel, you want to go work with the box? I forgot to give Delilah ego equipment again. God damn it. Yeah, well. Alright, nice. Work with Spider Bud went well. Got the rest of the managerial... just have managerial guidelines. We got the Red Eyes weapon. Alright, work with Meat Lantern went well. Good, good, good. We can get the other Ego weapon from it. Alright, work with Schadenfreude is done. Ooh, Angel almost died. But they didn't. Alright, then Bonbon go to Instinct to work with Spider Bud. Alright, that's the first Glyphoth meltdown. Let's see, what do we gotta do? Grave of Cherry Blossoms, that's just fine by me. Bella, go work on your insight and Lady facing the wall. Rhino, go do instinct work. Full PE boxes, neutral work results. What? Oh, you literally can't get a positive work result with this thing, that's why. I forgot it's literally impossible to get a positive work result with that thing. We got Bella get a bit of instinct training in. Sure, might as well. I think she'll probably be fine. Yeah, she's fine. Wait, Grave of Cherry Blossoms. Oh, Bong Bong? Bong Bong, no. Ah, damn it. Yeah, we restart now. No, actually, before that, I'm going to take a quick bio break, so I will be back momentarily. Alrighty, I'm back. Ow. I'm actually gonna give gaze to a bunch of the employees on the first floor because the only abnormality we have that does black damage is up there. So I mean, might as well. Let's see, you really need a better weapon. Do we have any better red weapons? Yeah, you can take horn. Archer, you can have... Actually, no, you and who, you can have Lantern. Let's see. Rin, you can go do insight work with Cherry Blossoms. Bella, instinct work with Spider Bud. I like using Schadenfreude because it's still like a really good repression trainer. We'll have Angel go do repression work. Rhino go do instinct work. Michaela, you can go do repression work. Delilah, go do attachments. That should be enough to get the ball rolling. Alright, neutral result with Cherry Blossoms. Nice, that's what we like to see. Decent job with Spider Bud. And perfectly serviceable work with Meat Lantern. Go get you some sip. Honestly, having giant tree sap is just like really good so long as we don't use it more than as long as we don't use that thing more than once a day. Or well, like too much actually. I don't remember the specifics of what the maximum usage amount for that thing is. Alrighty, Yunhu, go to Insight. Ran, you can go do Insight. Bella, go do Instinct work with Spider-Bud. Let's see, that's 3. If I remember correctly, the limit here is 7, so we could have... Archer, you can go do some repression work with Schadenfreude. And Angel, you go do some instinct work with Lady Facing the Wall. Let's see, that's 5. I'll leave it at 5 just to make sure that I'm not accidentally overshooting it and start Green Dawn early. Even though Green Dawn's probably like one of the easiest out of the whole bunch. I just want to be careful. Alright, neutral result with Grave of Cherry Blossoms. Perfect, just what we're looking for. Neutral result with Spider-Bud. Excellent, excellent. We'll use it once a day more. Whoever uses it has a chance to die 30 seconds later. Alright, nice. Ren's got 4 to level 3 now. We'll send Bella down there to do some Spider-Bud work. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, bad work result, but that doesn't really matter for Spider-Bud. Got the escape info. Wait, what the? All right. I thought I accidentally started the Crimson Dune there, but no, I counted it right. I just cut it really close. Alrighty. Alright, that's another day done. 5 promotions! Rhino got promoted to level 4, Archer got promoted to level 3, Angel got promoted to level 3, Bella got promoted to level 3, and Yunhu got promoted to level 2. Nice. Good, good, good. We have Bald is Awesome, Punishing Bird, and I believe this is Bloodbath. Might as well take Bloodbath. That's another Abno I don't know about yet. Rodent found its way into the appliance room. Could be a serious issue. Removing the rodent itself should not much of a problem. Its feces and the cables they've gnawed on may damage the system. One of the reasons why you emphasize security so much. You'd do best to remember that. Personally deal with the rodent this time. If you happen to find any rodents manager, please notify me immediately. Welp. I forget, okay, no, it's only the 3, so then I'll get Bloodbath and the health, I'll get Bloodbath and the health team once I get over there. Actually, real quick, I'm going to retry the day and give Mikla a red resistant, give her red resistant ego gear so that way we can start repression training her properly. While Zoom did not employ wearing this armor, their defense will be improved and their justice will rise by 10. That's it. Right, that's the special effect of Gaze. It's got increased stats when you're focusing on them. So then really if I give like an entire department, the Gaze equipment and just keep myself focused on them and visual, then they're gonna get big stat boosts. Could be an interesting strategy for suppressions. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, we'll give her 4th match flame, why not? So you can get an upgrade to your weapon. Alrighty then. we'll start with this. Yeah, I've got like an entire information team is just like repression training suite, honestly. Because honestly, like, that's a really good thing to have this early on. Alright, looks like getting a positive result with Grave of Cherry Blossoms. Not exactly the thing you want to see, but that's fine. Should be fine as long as you just make sure to keep an eye on his Qlipoth counter. The Spider Buddy Egosu is, like, honestly really good. It's just really solid resistances. Alright. Get ourselves the Meat Lantern Egosuit. We almost have enough for the, you almost have enough for the Grave of Cherry Blossoms Ego equipment, then after that we just don't have to touch it anymore. Okay, Qlipoth Meltdown on Cherry Blossoms is not exactly the best, but we can manage. And that was a positive work result, dang. Okay, Longmon, go do repression work on it. Alright, there we go. Crisis averted with no positive work result. Now we just don't touch it for the rest of the day. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, nice. That's everything from Meat Lantern as well. Very good, very good. Honestly, Meat Lantern just seems like a really, really good insight work trainer. Like, just give an employee some good wipe resistant gear, and then you can just, like, just set up even a level 1 employee on that thing, and they'll get good insight training. Alright, where are the clowns? All 3 of them showed up in this department. Alright, go kill the clowns. Wait, what? Well, hop on. Oh, the newbie died. I should probably retry because I should probably keep the newbie. Right, I forgot when the clowns die, they explode and it does a bunch of red damage. I forgot about the clown's self-destruct button. Alright, take two. Yeah, I always forget that the clowns, when they die, they explode, and then it does a bunch of damage to an employee, and it sucks. Delilah, go equip behavior adjustment, and yeah, that's enough healing. Michaela, go work with Schadenfreude. Okay, we got a neutral work result with Grave of Cherry Blossoms. Good, you're good. Alright, we are getting all these employees very trained up. Oh boy, he just mentioned he's gonna buy a W Corp travel package, buddy. You do not want one of those. So it's a 3, so I can do 2. Yeah, I can do 3 more, so we'll do those 2 and Schadenfreude again. Violet Dawn's honestly another really easy one. Alright, let's see. Got enough for the other Elite Lantern Eco Suit, very good. And for 1 Spider-Bud weapon. Nice. Alright, Fruit of Understanding. This one shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, these things are only really scary because they do black damage. Alright, that's that one down. That one down, and the bottom one down. Nice. Easy peasy. Alright, back to it, everyone. tomorrow I'm gonna swap in another employee into the spot to work with Meat Lantern. This is such a good Prudence trainer. Though it's only a good Prudence trainer if the employee that you're swapping in doesn't really have any other stats. Wouldn't be too surprised if Michaela gets Justice level 3 soon. To Justice level 4. Very nice. It's time to talk about the second truth. How much do you know about the company? Met many a manager in my time. Seen how the company exploited them. They tell you you're special. Pulling the wool over your eyes, filling your ears with lies, saying that you're remarkable. Oh, hello, Ezzy. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great night. Or no, wait, Miyaki, right, my bad. It's a great name. Doi. Let's see. Yeah, you can move down here. Hire another nugget. I can't on the verge of crashing out. Oh, why is that? Ah, understandable. Yeah, that's a mood. Oh hey, you who got the ego gift from Lantern while working with it. Okay, you need to get something different. Let's give you, you have cherry blossoms, and you, I'll give you, about to say you're adorable as wow. How dare. Let's see. I'm probably gonna have her training on Schadenfreude, so I probably want to give her some Red Endurance Ego Gear. Yeah, Lantern works. Nope, I'm not even in call. Ah, yes, the bloody bathtub. Cool. Yeah, that one is, if you are very sensitive to blood, then please do look away, because that thing is, very, very explicit. Lay bathtub. I forget what kind of work this thing even... Insight, maybe? Yeah, as you can see, it's very explicit. Let's see. Squeaked me out, probably would have gone to see it. That's fair. Alright, let's see. Insight's common. Okay, attachment works high. Got it. And Giamano, go do attachment work with it, and we'll see if there's any negative side effects. Let's see. Level 1 fortitude, complete work process. A hand stretched it out and dragged it into the tub. Current with a... Okay, so if they have level 1 fortitude or temperance, do not send them in. But it can also provide increased PE boxes, but still not a good idea. Very, very much not a good idea. Reinhardt, you can go work with it. Go work with the bathtub. So the bathtub full of blood just gives you depression, essentially. Okay, so if an employee with only Fortitude or Temperance level 1 goes towards it, then it will immediately get dragged in and turned into hand. I have not. I really need to go see it. It's just been hard to try to find a theater around me that's playing it. Hey Delilah, you go have a chance to, Alright, what's the other Clythoth meltdowning? Meat Lantern, that one's easy, just have Jose go work with it. And, Harry, you can pick up the behavior adjustment. Ah, yeah, I saw that. Like, damn, good for Mark, honestly. It's also a nice reminder to the indie filmmakers out there that you can definitely still succeed. Oh, Jose already got Meat Lantern's gift, so now he's got the little fangies. Alright, Ran, you go work with Spider Bud. Jose, go back into work with Meat Lantern. Jimano, go do attachment work with the Bloody Bathtub, for some reason. Yunhu, you go work with Schadenfreude. And Archer, go hang out with the lady facing the wall. Look at this little fella. He can kill your employees in an instant if he breaches containment and they just happen to step where he is. What the? Huh. Hello? Is my mic wonking out again? Huh. Yeah, my mic's been doing that a lot recently. Might need to swap to a new one or try to invest in a new headset or something. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic lately. Alrighty. Meet Lantern. Insight work with Jose. Instinct work with Rhino. Refreshing work with Halen. Let's see, that's 3, so that's 6, okay. Actually, wait. In that case, we'll cancel that. Wait, where'd I get 6 from? Oh, no, wait, that's right, okay. We'll have Giamano do another round of repression work with Dear Freshets. Oh, I can do one more, alright. Instinct work with Bloodbath. Ba-da-ba. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, Sanchez, go talk to the floating skull. Alrighty, Fruit of Understanding. Alright, nice, that's that one dealt with. Okay, everybody in this department's weak to black damage, so we just kinda gotta go. There we go. There we go. Oh, alright then. Oh, wait, what? It made Fragment of the Universe escape containment. Alright then. Bon Bon, go suppress it. Hit with the chainsaw. There we go. Yeah, I don't really have any abnormalities that are good for attachment training. Like, I guess maybe Bloodbath? But, like, that's about it. Grab that. Alright, that's day 17 done. Oh wait, I cleared something for safety team. Ah, cool. I didn't even intend to. Neat. Alrighty. And my dear employees, do hope you all put on the gas masks to be distributed before you enter. Use yourself. Do you not have... That one is White Knight. Oh god. Okay. I think the game is forcing me to take an Aleph abnormality here. That one's Melting Love. Yeah, it is. Silent Orchestra, Melting Love, Plague Doctor. Well, two of them are Abnos. You're taking your government to sign Death Merchant. Yep. Okay, so that one's not Plague Doctor, that's Parasite Tree. We've got Parasite Tree, Melting Love, and the Silent Orchestra. Oh boy. Alright. I mean... I suppose Melting Love would be the easiest to deal with here. Because it's going to be in like the bottom corner of that part of the facility. So theoretically, it's not like the worst thing to deal with. Yeah, that's true. I can't just quarantine them in the elevator shaft. I mean, the silent orchestra is also just as bad. Because this one just requires you to get... Because the silent orchestra basically demands neutral work results. It also only has a Qliphoth counter of 2. And it requires high attachment, which is something we do not have. Yeah, I'll take Melting Love. Third and final truth, something you must learn. Understand the truth hurts. It's hard for me as well. Feels building up sandcastle fears, only kick it over when it's done. Doing something like that is beyond agony to deny the efforts of the past, but I want to make things right no matter the cost. Final truth is, B's voice is cut off. Only static remains. SP recovery. Nice. Alright, we're gonna be at day 20 soon, so I can start an attempt to do a Dusk Ordeal soon. I'm getting close to the 5 or more, I'm getting close to the, somewhat close to the level, to the 5 or more level 5 employees. But honestly, I do not want to deal with my, I do not want to deal with my government-sanctioned death merchant abnormality today, so I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Let's go ahead and find someone to raid, shall we?
今天明天期待每天不需要永远
Let's see, who should we raid tonight? Let's go raid Sylvie, why not? Oh, never mind, they do not allow raids. Alrighty then. Look at raid Swoos then. For those of you who don't know who Swoos is, he's a variety streamer here on Twitch and a good friend of mine. Plays a bunch of different games. Looks like tonight he's playing Kingdoms of the Dump. Ooh, interesting. The Beam Brigade was enjoying their mostly calm facility until the game forced us to take an Aleph abnormality. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Super appreciate it. I'm not sure if I'll be doing Nostalgia Night tomorrow because I'm going to be having dinner with some family members. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But otherwise, I will see you all next week. Bye!